too. So we'll just go back and forth.
These guys
Like I'll ask Bree. We'll talk over you, and he'll talk to you.
perfect.
Yep. Just be ready for whatever. We make it up all on the fly anyway.
Boeckman, right?
Beckman.
Cool.
Okay.
A very pleasant good evening to you as we welcome you inside the Tower Grill on the campus of Arizona Christian University for the Storm Report Season 3. This is episode number 22, and we are right in the middle of March Madness when it comes to everything, and especially when it comes to beach volleyball. We're going to talk with these two fine young ladies here on the program. We got a jam-packed program for you. We'll set the stage for you. Right now on the main stage, we have Brianna Boeckman and Mia Scheepens, and they are representing the ACU Women's Beach Circuit. So we're going to talk some beach volleyball here with these young ladies. We'll also talk with softball players at the middle segment. We'll talk with Emily and Elena Garcia, two twin sisters that are playing for Coach Maben. We'll talk with those ladies in the middle section, and then we'll speak with Jade Roberts. She'll return to the program, and Lionel L.J. McFall Jr. That's right. They're two captains, and we're going to talk a little track and field. Coach Bell's group is rocking and rolling once again. I'm your program host, Kevin Derryberry. My broadcast partner for the ACU football team is yonder. That's Eddie Cole. Edward Cole is his name. Ed, let's welcome in Brianna Boeckman and Mia Scheepens. Ladies, congratulations on your success thus far, and welcome to the broadcast tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome, ladies.
Now, those of you at home, you're going to have to take an extra look, maybe readjust your cameras or get a little closer. These two ladies are both redheads, and they both look very similar on their photographs. So don't want to get confused. To my immediate left, this is Brianna. Ladies, you guys have played through some adversity. I know, Mia, you've got 9 victories under your belt with your partner, and recently, Brianna, you've gone through some adversity, changing partners midstream. How difficult is that for you during the middle of the season to kind of readjust on the fly?
It is a little different, but I think just like trusting what we've learned in practice, and then just using that and adjusting with our partners, communicating about what we need from each other really helps.
One of the most impressive things here is, as we move along, ACU's beach volleyball team is 12-6 under the this season, and 3rd in the country, 3rd in the nation. That is remarkable, Mia. It's got to be a lot of fun to be a part of an organization that has that much respect around the circuit.
Yeah, it's definitely, I love it that we're ranked 3rd. Like, it's really good. At the beginning of the season, we were kind of coming in as underdogs, and I think we're really, like, showing people now, like, where we're at and that we're going to, like, make it come up. So, yeah.
So, Mia, you and Misty McCall, you've got that vaunted #1 spot. You're the ones that you trot out first in each match. How challenging is that? How exciting is that for you to know that you and Misty are the first ones to go out? Everybody's looking at you because you're the first two to go on and take the match in pretty much every match so far this season.
It's definitely, I love the competition, honestly. Like, it's really good, high level. I mean, all across the board, it's super high level. I love playing in the seed we're in because sometimes we get everyone, like, coming to cheer us on, which always helps, especially in our team culture. It's really fun, so yeah.
And Mia, this is your first season. You came over from Westcliff. How was the relationship built between you and Misty? What did you do to work on that, knowing that you've got a little bit, you don't have a whole lot of time to build a relationship with her, and then, of course, you guys are being thrust into that first slot?
Yeah, we've been playing together since the start, which is really nice because we get to just build a connection throughout our wins and losses and really, like, over-communicating on everything. And she's super cheerful and loud, and I just love that. It really brings me up, so it's going well.
I know we've asked this before, but how do you determine the pairings? How do you figure out who you're going to play with? Is this something that's long determined before the season kicks off, or is this something that you get together and you start working together pre-season and then kind of work through things? Or historically, have you played with each other on more than one season? We'll start with you, Mia.
Yeah, so a big part of it is blockers and defenders. So kind of just like pairing tall people with sometimes shorter people.
Okay.
And then also like connection, like who communicates well with who is a really big factor as well. And then like at the beginning in preseason, like you play with a bunch of different people. And you kind of just like communicate, and you know, some people like fit really well together, and coaches see that and other players see that, and you just like build a connection with people. Yeah. Do
you change up, or do you just start with size and kind of work from there, or is there anything other adds to that as far as making the selection, or the coaches ultimately would do that? We're asking you that question, Brianna.
I think like in the beginning of the season, our coach just kind of puts us with different people, and we just kind of play with each other, like play with different people and just see like what works, what doesn't work, and just make changes from there. And then ultimately our coach has the final decision of who plays with who. And she's watching on the outside of seeing who works well with who, and she just chooses, I guess.
Ed, the underlining aspect here, communication
Yes.
is critical, especially in that two-man game.
Yes, and especially for that, we talk about Eliana Cho, Railey, Dykstra got called as the BVP pair of the week. Ladies, react to your sisters getting that achievement. Go ahead and start off, Mia, and then Bree, you can jump in and let us know how you feel about it.
It's super cool, especially since they just paired together. They came in and clinched the win for us twice, which is really hard to do. There's a lot of pressure, and they handled it super well, and it was really cool to see as a teammate.
Bree.
Yeah, super proud of them. It was crazy. Like, I think we were all just as nervous as them sitting on the sidelines. All we could do is cheer for them and encourage them. So yeah, it was insane to watch, and it was much needed wins that we really needed. And
Kev talked about the communication aspect. What can you communicate to them, especially in tight, tense situations like that? What are you saying to Ellie and Railey in those situations? Are you able to say anything, or you're just kind of being cheerleaders for them? Yeah, honestly, it's like we can only be cheerleaders because beach is more of like a relaxed, but it is honestly like kind of strict in that area. There is no coaching, which is a different aspect of beach. Like indoor, you can coach on the sidelines, you can tell them, you can yell whatever you want in the middle of the play, but in beach, like you're not allowed to yell in, out, or put the ball here, like go here during the rally. You're not allowed to do that. So honestly, all we can do is cheer for them and just be there, like, to support them.
Brianna Boeckman with that comment there. Brianna, an NAIA GSAC Scholar Athlete a year ago. Congratulations on that. It's always about getting it done in the classroom. Mm-hmm. Ladies, I'd like to take it back to the last time that you were on the sand. And you got a new name. I don't know if that's Payne Moses giving you the nickname, the moniker. Was it Sandy Birds? Sandy Birds. I like it. I like that.
I like Sandy Birds.
We got the Falcons at one point, or the Dirty Birds, but I like the Sandy Birds.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So let's go back to the HIU victory. Talk about adversity and being resilient and having to come from behind, digging down deep. Boy, ladies, the first two pairs they ran into some challenges, and it came down to the last three groups. Brianna, if you would start us off, take us through that match and all the exhilaration and excitement that led to a victory.
Yeah, it's three pairs playing at once, and so we kind of can see, like, to begin off, our twos and our fours play. So when that finishes up, you kind of see like where you're at, and then our 1, 3, and 5 they play, and slowly as teams like start to win or lose, whatever it is, like we kind of figure out where we're standing in each match. So as like things are going on and we're like running from court to court just to see the scores and seeing like how people are doing, and just cheering everyone on. And then finally it came down to that third court, just cheering them on. Like that's all we can do. And they pulled the win.
That had been a ton of fun. Mia, what was it like from your perspective?
Yeah, I love, like, even when I finished my game, like, we took a loss, but then being able to go to, like, our teammates' court and, like, seeing the energy and just, like, bring everything you can to help produce that win for them. Like, our team culture really, like, we are super fun on the side, and we bring a lot of energy, and it really does impact the game a lot, especially, like, for me when I'm playing, when I have my teammates on the side cheering, like, it really does help. We do a great job at it, so.
Not just the ones and twos have to have success. It's an entire group of all five, and that's how you become a deep team, and that's why they're number 3 in the nation when we talk in that perspective.
Absolutely. Mia, for your team to beat 4 ranked teams or a team receiving votes, what does that mean? Because it's a tough schedule, but you rise to the occasion against these ranked teams or teams receiving votes.
Yeah, I think we do a really good job at being consistent and always like holding ourselves to a high level, especially playing these top-ranked teams. Like we know that they're going to be good and they're going to always give us their all. So like we have to always do the same. And yeah, we just hold each other to a really high standard. And I think that's what helps us beat these teams.
You know, me, we're talking about your 9 victories with your partner. How about 21-2 at Westcliff in that pairing? That's building on something right there.
Yeah. It's super cool to go 21-2, but honestly, you learn so much from the losses you make, and I think I've learned more than I did last year because of some of the losses that I've had, because you really learn best when you're failing, to be honest. So, yeah.
Battling adversity. All right,
Yeah.
we've got the University of Texas El Paso up next in Tucson. We're going to head south a little bit. Bear Down Beach. All right, that's got some expectations to it. Obviously, from a U of A standpoint, a little shaky right there, Payne. I don't know about Bear Down, all that stuff. Go Devils, but anyway, that's nor here nor there. How about the facilities and then the idea of playing some really legitimate clubs? Santa Clara will be in the mix, Missouri State University, and then you'll finish up the 4 matches in 2 days against U of A. What will that be like for you ladies?
Yeah, it's a lot of volleyball. It's a really nice facility. We played there last year, and it's always great competition. It's super fun getting invited to these NCAA D1 tournaments. It is higher competition, and sometimes we end up losing. But like Mia said, like our losses, it does teach us a lot. So we do what we can, and we just build off of what we do there.
You can never go wrong with playing good competition. Mia?
Yes, totally agreed. It's really cool to see how we perform against D1 teams. Like when we played GCU, our twos pair, the twins, they took a set off of them, and that was super cool. Like I think you play like the level you're playing against, and we honestly I think we see a lot more when we play these top teams, like of what the potential we have and what we can be. So it's
They took a set.
Yep.
I like it.
Bria, quite a few times this season, you play 2 different teams in the same day. Just a few hours apart. How do you prepare for two different teams? Like in the Invitational, you're going to play UTEP and Santa Clara on the same day, and then the next day you're going to play Missouri State and U of A. Of course, you played Light Pacific and Vanguard just a few days ago in the same day. How do you prepare for 2 different teams? Is it a different mental state, or is it a different physical way you prepare for 2 different teams? How do you do that?
I think yes and no, like just going back to what we really know, what we've learned, what we've been taught, but also like if there is things that we see within the people we're playing, if they're playing a game before us and we're able to watch them, kind of scout, just to pick up any little tips that we can find along the way, that really helps.
How do you feel about that, Mia, playing 2 different teams?
Yeah, it's really nice because all the teams play very different. So it's really cool to see how your game plan changes against a different team and what works and what doesn't. And so that's really cool. I like that.
Brianna likes to travel and enjoys concerts, so let's start there. We're gonna book a trip for you, and don't worry about the cost. You can go anywhere in the globe. Where are you gonna go?
Probably Bora Bora's top of the list.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
Beach
water.
vacation, yeah.
Some water bungalows, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need about 20K to do that trip, right?
Mia,
So
Mia,
no worries.
could you sell real estate in Bora Bora? That's what you want to do, right?
I would love to do that. Yeah, if I could get myself a house too, that would be amazing.
Hook me up while you're at it.
Well, obviously, this is obviously the hot spot for real estate here in Arizona. So what eventually do you want to do in real estate? Obviously, do you want to be a real estate agent? There are so many different things that you can do in that field.
Yeah, I would love to be a real estate agent. I also really love interior design. So if I could do 2 in 1, that would be the dream. So, but yeah, still figuring it out as I go. Yeah.
Figure yourself an architect?
Yeah, I can't build things, but I can see the potential.
Oh, you got the vision for what it could be.
Yeah, I got the vision.
Got to have vision.
Yes.
Got to have vision and foresight. That was a 2-part question for Brianna. I don't know if Ed realized that, but that's okay.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just having fun. I'm having fun with my guy. We do that all the time when we talk football. But concerts, right? Again, it's a wide open platform. What venue? Who would you go see? And do you have a specific spot you'd like to see that artist?
I think I really want to go to one in Europe.
Okay, overseas?
Overseas. That would just be so cool. Probably, I just saw Jason Aldean. It was so fun.
Okay, a little
but
country action.
I love country. So I think I'd probably have to say Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen, if they had one concert together, like that'd be amazing. Dream
Morgan
concert.
Wallen, right there.
Of course.
That would be a fantastic show to go to. Tried to get to a couple of his shows last year. We would not want to bore anybody with the stories on why I did not get to either show, whether it was Phoenix or Los Angeles. But there was always a challenge with something. I was this close to getting there
Yeah.
in LA. But Morgan Wallen, that'd be a heck of a show. Did you happen to see him when he was here last?
No.
All right.
I don't have the
Mia,
money.
music? Mia, for you, music, anything?
Yeah, I love music. I honestly did not like country while coming here, but my teammates have put me on, and I've
Okay.
actually started liking it a lot.
So who have you grown to like now?
All the basic country artists like
Okay.
Zach Bryan and Morgan Wallen.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I'm still getting into it. So.
Good stuff. Luke Bryan, Zach Bryan, Zach Brown?
Zach Bryan.
Zach Brown Band?
Zach Brown Band's
Oh,
another
okay.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
One.
Good stuff. All right, we got one more match to talk about. We've got business to take care of first. Obviously, the 4 matches that we talked about at Bear Beach on the 22nd and 23rd of March. So that's coming up here quickly. But you get Mesa Community College, and then you get #1 team in the land, OUAZ. You're familiar with these ladies, so what will it be like to pair off with these group again one more time with maybe a piece of the conference title at stake or something? Postseason berths, positioning, staging, seeds, something like that. How about OUAC? What will it be like on senior day to take on these ladies again?
Yeah, it's going to be high emotions. They are our rivals, so there's always that. But it's always fun competition. They're great competition. And like we've been saying, you know, we grow, we get better when we play good people. So it's always fun to play them. And we've always come super close to beating them. So it would be super cool to pull off a win.
Is it just another match, Mia, or is it there's this something that percolates with this one that starts well before our conversation here?
I mean, they are a rival school, so that's part of it. And then also, I mean, they're ranked #1 right now, and we want that #1 seed, obviously. So it's not just another match. It's definitely one that we've been preparing for, and we're really looking forward to.
I like how Mia's looking at the camera when she's saying this.
Yeah.
She's going right to
Yep.
the source.
She's sending it right over there to surprise Arizona, right? But you haven't faced them in a month, so obviously you're a different team. They're going to be a different team, and you've grown, and I'm sure they've grown in their own different way. But like you said, it's #1, and it is Ottawa. And
Yeah.
it's time to get it on again. But like Kevin said, you've got business to take care of before you face them, so you can't really look ahead toward them because you got a big weekend in Tucson coming up.
Yes, we do.
All right, my last one's always going to be an easy one. Who's like the one teammate that kind of keeps everybody loose, keeps everybody on the same page, whether you're up or down? You know, we always say even keel, right? So who's that student athlete that you guys get to hang out with on a regular basis that, you know, puts a charge into the team?
I think everyone does their pretty fair share.
Okay.
Just running around, handing balls to everyone. But I think Alyssa, she really just is always there cheering everyone on, just making everyone better at practice. And she just gives everything she has all the time.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I definitely agree. She's a freshman, and she holds us accountable, and I love it. She has like a fire under her where she does everything she can to help us win, and she's really good for our team. So, yeah.
Ed,
I'm done. I'm good.
that's it.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
We got
Brianna
2 other
Boeckman.
ladies waiting for us, so we got
That's right. We got the twins are here.
The
We're
twins
gonna
in the
talk-
house.
We're going to talk with the Garcia ladies, talk a little softball. That'll be on the main stage here coming up next. But special thank you to the ladies to our left is Brianna Boeckman and Mia Scheepens, all the way from Blaine High School. We want to get that in there. We just had some fun with her. And, of course, Brianna from East Sac County High School, but Sac City, Iowa. That just doesn't necessarily flow off the tongue, though, does it?
Really?
Sac
That's my
City, Iowa.
nickname. Sac City.
That's what
Really?
we call it.
Is it really?
Sac
I was
City.
wondering.
That's what they call me.
Really? Well, that's pretty cool then. That's unique. You know, when you learn something like that, you have a new perspective. So there you go. So for Sac City right there and Mia Scheepens, we're going to talk a little softball. Don't go away. More on the Storm Report right after this. We welcome you back inside the Storm Report here from Arizona Christian University. We're at the Tower Grill. I'm Kevin Derryberry. He's Ed Cole. We're joined by the Garcia twins. We have Emily and Elena with us here. And believe it or not, both these ladies' hometown is La Mirada, California, and they both went to La Serna High School. Imagine that. What a coincidence. Twins, family.
What a coincidence.
What's it like growing up in La Mirada, California? We'll start with you, Elena.
Honestly, growing up like in La Mirada, it's like in the middle of everything. So
Okay.
it's like I'm 30 minutes away from the beach without traffic. I'm 30 minutes from Anaheim, Disneyland, and then 45 to almost an hour from Dodger Stadium. So like we're in the middle of everything, and it's literally perfect. I love it.
So there's you just hit
said
like
you hit
some serious buzzwords.
Yes, you
right in
did.
there. First of all,
Dodgers.
let's start off with the beach. What's the closest beach that you are close to?
Beaches?
Yeah. What's the first beach you can get to?
Huntington.
Huntington.
In like
Okay.
20 minutes probably.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes, I think.
La
it's like
Mirada is
30.
happening, folks. And then you mentioned, what was that baseball team again?
The Los Angeles Dodgers.
The Los Angeles Dodgers. Do you like Dodger Stadium then, huh? That's a heck of a ballpark.
Oh.
You're thinking about it though.
Well, it's nice. Like all the renovations that they did, like
Yeah.
it looks a lot better now. But like before, I was like, oh, it's chill, but not.
But of all the ballparks you could bring up on this very program, you select Dodger Stadium over Anaheim, which
Over Angel Stadium.
Edison Field. What do they call it now? The Big A, all kinds
Yeah.
of things. So what do they call Anaheim's ballpark now?
I don't even know. It's not even that cute.
It's not even that chill.
Like
Emily, in case you didn't know, he's a Dodgers fan.
Dodger Stadium.
Did you get that?
Dodger
I
Stadium.
think so,
Did you figure it
yeah.
out? Yeah.
Way more chill. All right, so the other one, easy one. This is the low-hanging fruit questions, and then Ed's going to take over the show. But the famous twins. Do you guys get this question a lot? Like, do you get questions about being twins? You know, who's older, all this kind of stuff. We can get to that. But some famous twins. Can you think of anybody that kind of just roll off the brain?
the Olsen
Olsen
twins.
twins.
The
Yeah,
Olsens,
the Olsen
they're number one that
Yeah.
I
Yes.
Googled. They were number one. I was thinking the Cavender sisters, which play basketball at, I think it was Miami, the University of Miami.
Oh,
but
I
anyway,
have heard of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
very cool.
And, you know, they're just printing money now with the
Yeah,
NIL stuff.
for
So,
real.
anyway. All right, Ed, take it away.
Emily, did you and your sister did you talk when you were little girls about playing softball? When did you two figure, oh, we want to play softball, we want to do this together? And did it just come together like that? How did it work out where you guys are together here at ACU playing softball?
Well, when we started actually recruiting, I didn't really care about going to the same school together, or I didn't care about like going to the same college together. When we did talk about it with our coaches, Elena actually did say how she wanted to go to school together, and I was the one to be like, oh, I mean, I don't care if we go together. Like, I don't mind being apart. But when we started, I don't think it was something that we ever thought was going to happen.
And it did.
It did.
You gotta love it, though, right? I mean, you
It's
are
cool.
obviously quite fond of one another.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
best
Being
friends,
twins, you
maybe,
should,
right?
yeah.
Oh, best friends
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I want to ask this one again. These are just simple questions, but 66, the number 66. The wild horse, Yasiel Puig, was 66.
Yes, he
but
was.
That's
Yeah,
not where
yeah.
I'm sure. What was your influence on 66?
Another Dodger?
Maybe
No.
maybe growing up or pops or something like that. Or that's kind of a unique number.
Yeah, so she was born at 6:05, and I was
Okay.
born at 6:06. So everyone was like, "Oh, why didn't you choose 06?" And I'm like, "Why would I put a 0 in front of a number? Like what?" So then I was like, 606, 66, and I was like, "That's perfect. Like that had something, meaning to me."
Sure.
And everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, Puig was number 66," and I was like, "I'm not that big of a Dodgers fan to be
Yeah.
like." Yeah, Yasiel Puig is like,
Right.
that's my number.
You can do way better than Yasiel
Yeah.
Puig. For sure. Yeah. Heck of a talent, but 2-cent dome. So
Yeah.
we
Yep.
don't need to go there.
When he had his head on straight, he
I
was
like
great.
16. How about you, for Emily? The number 15. Is there any significance for you? wearing 15?
November 15th is our birthday, so
Okay.
I was the one who took 15.
I
Actually,
see.
Okay.
I just like 5 numbers, so once 15 was taken, it was
10 or 15 or 25.
Okay,
So.
Ed, if you had to guess which one was born first, Emily or Elena, do you have any idea?
Is it Elena? Is it Elena?
Elena.
Elena. Yeah.
Elena.
Elena.
Like, you can, like, yeah, say
You.
Elena.
me.
Yes.
Elena. Yeah.
Elena. Okay.
You were not
We're
born
getting it
first.
right.
Oh, no, I wasn't born
You
first.
weren't born
I thought you were asking.
Really?
I thought you meant
You
like
look younger than your sister.
No, I was born. My mom had a C-section, so I was a minute before.
Okay.
But I take pride in that.
Have you always? I was gonna say, have you always lauded that over her? I was born a minute before you. I'm born
Yes,
before
I
you.
have. Yes, I have.
I was born a whole 60 seconds before you.
Yeah, I do.
Well, Emily graduated magna cum laude with an AP diploma. That's getting it done in the classroom.
Yeah. I did. I tried. I mean, I didn't really think I was going to get many of those awards, actually.
You weren't trying to do that. It just happened, huh?
I didn't even know those awards were a thing until they gave us all papers in one of our classes, and we were all looking at the ones you could get, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got these awards.
There's an esteemed award, and then there's an esteemed award, and that's right there at the top of the list right there. So
Yeah.
really, congratulations for you to get
Absolutely.
it done like that.
Thank you.
Emily, you've been tearing the cover off the ball, hitting 326 so far this season. What are you seeing when you're going up to the plate that you're that effective when you're up there hitting the ball?
I mean, it was kind of hard coming in as like a freshman. Obviously, you're fighting for your spot and you're trying to get playing time. And I had been talking with Maven a lot about where I kind of stand, what I need to do to get in the order. And at the end of fall season, he basically told me that you're just almost there and getting consistent hitting time and playing time. So I kind of took that and I ran with it. I go in the box and I kind of assess where I'm at, who's on base and where I'm at hitting, how many outs there are, how many runs. And obviously everyone wants to either get on or just do something. So my kind of mindset going in is do something. So if there's someone on base, move her over or bring her in. If there's no one on base, I kind of want to just try to get on base and maybe just make something happen. Recently, one thing that I struggle with right now is kind of just popping things up. I'm trying not to pop things up. So right now my focus is just hitting hard ground balls because anyone can catch a ball, but trying to, especially in our field, how it's turf, hitting hard ground balls is something that you kind of can use to your advantage to kind of make them mess up or make them miss the ball. And I think it's been working pretty well. And trying not to pop up, obviously trying to hit it, hard ground balls is going to produce some line drive sometimes. So I kind of just go in there hoping I can hit something. I obviously always look for like a nice inside pitch, a middle in pitch. That's my favorite pitch.
Okay.
But recently against Ottawa, actually, the first pitcher that they had played, they started, she was good with her outside pitch. And so I was looking for the outside pitch and I did pretty okay, I guess.
Yeah.
So, Emily, in your adjustment, we'll talk a little, let's kind of be analytical here. Are we talking about swing path, swing plane, or are these things that you're doing to change your approach at the plate, or is it slapping, or what was your adjustment to hit these hard ground balls?
My main adjustment was just focusing on the top part of the ball because when I do draw my hands, it ends up popping up. And usually if that is happening, I'm just like just under it.
Sure.
Which kind of is like, oh, no, I'm almost getting on top of it. So I'm kind of just looking at changing my swing to get to the top half of the ball. And I'm just trying to make my hands on a level plane.
Level plane.
Yeah.
A long time ago, somebody coined the phrase "ground balls and good hustle." So there's something to the madness that you're working on. For you, Elena, how are things going for you for your season? At being a newcomer, a freshman, a youngster in the program, it's got to be nice to have your sister to kind of lean on as you kind of get acclimated to the new campus and the new way of life here.
So just like coming here and knowing who I was going to dorm with, and that was Emily, and I was like, okay, like I'm set. And then we started practice, like before season started or fall ball, we would just go hit together, we'd work out together. So it was just nice having her there with me. And then on the field especially, it's like someone I know who's just going to give me that brutal advice, brutal honesty, like what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? What can I fix? Or like honestly just to keep me in check. So like having her with me here has just been like such a big blessing.
Big sister.
By a minute, yeah.
Little sis, so it says you're an outfielder and a first baseman. Do you and your sister play the outfield a lot? Have you played together much this season?
Yeah, so we actually started together. I started in left, she started in right against Ottawa the first game, but we haven't really seen the infield. Definitely in the fall is when I was getting put in at first, and then I was like, oh, like, like maybe outfield is like so Coach Maven was just, switching me in and out. And then once spring started, it was just like strictly left field. So when we do play together, it's like we're definitely like in sync, like we breathe together.
What do you prefer, infield or outfield?
Outfield, yeah.
Why?
So this is actually really silly. I'm afraid of the ball in the infield, and it's like
I'm thinking because you don't want rockets hit at you.
No, you don't.
yeah, no, like
No.
I might be 5'10", but first base is just not for me.
Yeah.
Like you can put me there, but like not for me.
I'm not trying to catch a screamer down the line either.
Yeah, for real,
No.
no, not me.
No.
How much fun have you ladies had? 18 and 10, right in the thick of things in the GSAC conference, with eyes on the postseason. What's it been like, in your first year playing for Coach Maben? Have you had a good time? 18 and 10, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, actually, we've had a really good time just because of the community. Like, definitely the sisterhood that we have on the team, on the field, like in the classroom, like outside of softball, outside of school and everything. Like, it is genuinely a sisterhood. So we pray before every game. Like, it's genuinely like something enjoyable to be a part of. So I'd say Coach Maven has done a really good job with the 30-something girls that are on the roster, and it's been amazing. I truly love it here.
Mr. and Mrs. Maben at the top right there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Emily, what did it mean to beat OUAZ twice and to see Savannah win both games? How incredible is she?
Oh, she's a dog. She's a beast. I mean, being in the outfield, just watching her just continuously get all these girls, seeing her placement of pitches and just seeing how good she is and how demanding she is at the plate. It's just, at the mound, sorry. At the mound is just, it's truly incredible watching her, pitch and seeing her, zoned in. And she's also, at the same time, while she's on the mound, when we're in the dugout, she's also very encouraging. She's one of the top girls in the dugout you can count on for cheering everyone on, getting everyone loud, and getting everyone cheering for everyone. And I think that is something that you do want to look for in a team, and especially a pitcher who's kind of in a position of leadership.
And as good as she is, sometimes you probably go out there and you think, well, I guess I might not get a lot of work today because she's that good.
Yeah, that's
you may not get a lot of balls coming your way.
That's exactly how I felt actually playing Ottawa. All the outfielders, we were talking about it today actually, how we got maybe 4 balls in total. Well, that was about it. And all of them we caught, and something we like to say in the outfield is just no fly zone, and we kind of made that happen.
That's amazing. 1 run in 12.2 innings for Savannah in those 2 OUAZ games. That is crazy.
She's a beast.
Locked
She's awesome.
in.
Awesome.
Locked in the zone. Ladies, I'm sure you'd like to mention, or at least shout out, we encourage you to say hello to your folks back home. One-word answers, though. One-word answers, just briefly for some fun. How about Eduardo Garcia, Pops?
Hardworking.
Straight up. A dog.
Pops is a dog.
He's
That's
a
a shout
beast.
out to you, Pops.
Pops is a beast.
How about
Okay, Pops, I'll see you.
Is it Fernanda?
Yes.
Fernanda, Mom?
Yeah. Caring.
That's pretty good right
Yeah.
there.
Oh.
I take caring all day long.
Yeah, I'd probably say love. Love her.
Yeah.
She loves me.
Love Fernanda. How about your sister? You got 2 of them. First, we'll go with Karina. How about Karina?
Second mother, for sure. Second mother.
mom.
Really?
You can see
Okay.
her light up right
I
there.
probably would say that
Elena.
too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Elena. It's Elena. Did you know that?
Elena.
Elena.
Yeah, Elena, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It took us the entire broadcast to get that. But we definitely have it. And then one more. We got to mention Viviana. How about Viv? We call her Viv, right?
Yeah, we call her Viv. Hard-headed.
Say again?
Hard-headed.
Oh, hard-headed.
Is she the youngest?
Hard-headed.
No,
She's the middle.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the youngest.
I would
Okay.
say she's a blast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Karina or Viv play sports? Are they athletic too?
So they actually played softball.
Okay.
Viviana was recruited to go to Ottawa back when she played, and then yeah, right. And then she ended up not continuing. I think her junior year of high school, and then Karina had got hurt during travel ball and high school ball, so she stopped playing. And then me and Emily were like, we got to be the ones to go. We got to be the ones to go and play.
So you're
Yeah.
going to carry on the tradition on the diamond.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hey, Elena, do you think that you and your sister can team up because you want to get your real estate license? Can you do graphic design marketing for your sister?
I could if she wanted me to.
Yeah, for real. She really could. I would want her to.
And I think you and Mia could team up because she wants to be a real estate agent too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of graphic design, Emily, what Adobe, Photoshop,
Illustrator?
all that?
Well, I
And
kind
design?
of, I mean, I kind of just picked that because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And in high school, they made us take all these like career tests and stuff. And actually, when I was in high school, I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I want to do something with art. And she was like, do something that makes money. You don't want to be a starving artist.
Now, art is in the eye of the beholder, right? So, I mean, have you ever just, you get a brush and some paints, just start throwing stuff on a white canvas, and just lo and behold, you're like, you know what? I don't know what it is.
People have
but
bought
I'll
worse.
make up something. I'll figure it out. I'll make it be something, and then all of a sudden, someone like, we'll give you $2,500 for that. And you're like, you know what? This is what my mom was talking about. We can sell the art. There's still a chance.
Yeah. So I mean, I do like designing things. I like drawing. I like. It's something that brings me joy, and I wanted something that brings me joy and something that I could also make money in. So that's where marketing comes in from. And even like now that I've like kind of grown since like saying, oh, I want to do art, I've realized like how much I like the idea of marketing, which is kind of like weird because it's like, oh, like marketing, like what is exciting about that? But I like the idea of like finding things that attracts people, like seeing what people are into, seeing what sells, seeing what like, I mean, even if it comes down to like the packaging, what's in it, like especially like being our age, you see so many things and trends influencing people.
Absolutely.
It's crazy how much like one thing can like grow overnight.
Yes.
No question about it. You ever heard of YouTube?
Oh, she's heard of it.
Google?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys that started YouTube, they're like, how'd you know YouTube was going to be a success? You're like, we got 1 million hits on the first day.
Yeah.
1 million. There you go. The rest is history.
Yeah,
A cajillion dollars that's worth. That's Emily Garcia and Elena. Elena.
We got it right.
Yeah,
Elena.
you guys did.
Fantastic. It's been a lot of fun. By the way, before we part ways, Jessup up next in Rockland. So we got our work cut out for us there, but still certainly a chance to go up there and take care of business.
Oh, for
Yes,
sure.
we're excited.
Oh, we're very excited.
Good luck, ladies.
Thank you so
We're going
much.
to talk a little
Thank you,
track.
ladies.
We're going to take it to the track right after this. Don't go away. We've got outstanding guests coming up. LJ is in the house.
LJ.
And, of course, Jade Roberts is with us. Don't go anywhere. Payne is the executive producer of tonight's program. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Fantastic. Good luck the rest of the way. Elena. That's not hard to mess up. You don't want to mess up Jade.
Jade Roberts.
Jade Roberts.
Elena was tough, though. That's a tough thing to say.
Elena.
We just got that. Elena.
I'm done.
Elena. Stop saying that. All right.
Elena. There we go.
Jade all the way from Riverside. Lino from Omaha, Nebraska.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got it. Okay.
Omaha,
Big red,
Nebraska.
baby. That's good. Boy, it's been a while.
You didn't get that football team back.
Said that. that kind of.
Ronald, you didn't get that football team back, right?
Go Big Red.
You've been struggling for a while.
You know.
Coach Bell, right? You guys run for Coach Bell.
Coach Bell.
We welcome you back inside the Tower Grill on the campus of Arizona Christian University, KDB, alongside Ed Cole, and joining us on the main stage, Jade Roberts and Lionel L.J. McFall. Is there McFall the second or junior?
I'm a junior.
Junior. It's a junior. Well, congratulations on being a junior.
Appreciate
it. You got to have a good father and a good senior to have a good junior. So congratulations to you. Folks, welcome to the broadcast. It's a pleasure to have you. Coach Bell, Brian Bell, we have had him on the program numerous times, always a tremendous guest, but what's it like just on a day-to-day LJ, we'll start with you. What's it like to just be under his tutelage running and running for Jesus and things like that? But what's it like running for Coach Bell and being under his tutelage?
Well, working with Coach Bell, it's amazing. You know, he's always looking out for the best interest for you. We have these things for our track team: be like Jesus, be on time, and bring it. So that's the attitude and the passion that he brings every day to practice. And yeah, you know, Coach Bell, he makes sure he's taking care of you, and he's always like making sure that we build a family no matter what. So it's always like family built, family oriented. Like if somebody's down, pick them up, like building a bond, lifetime bond.
And Coach Bell's got to do double duty. He's working with the fellas, and he's also working with the ladies. So, Jade, for you, what's it like, you know, just working under the guidance and direction of Coach Bell?
I would second everything that LJ said. I think the first thing that came to my mind was he's just very much like a man of God, very disciplined. Everything that we do, there's always some biblical aspect to it, even before practice. And I think it's really encouraging to know that, and to be reminded that everything we do and why we run is for God, and we're constantly reminded of that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. LJ, coming from Omaha, Nebraska, how did you find ACU?
Actually, funny story. So I was actually looking for schools to run at, and my uncle actually hit me up, Coach Williams. He was like, hey, I have an opportunity for you to come and run for ACU because Coach Bell was looking for an athlete. So I actually did a tour here with Bianca, shout out Bianca. And I was like, yeah, I really enjoyed the campus. I really enjoyed the coach. You know, it was really genuine. And I met some of the athletes, and yeah, so I committed. Firestorm for life.
All right. And Jade, for you, this is year 3 for you. You're one of the OGs in track and field. How have you grown from 2022 up until now, freshman, sophomore, now a junior for you?
To be honest, I think it's a long time coming. A lot of training, a lot of like good days, bad days, especially coming off an injury from last season. It's been difficult, but it's been good to be able to see all of that work kind of come to fruition this year.
Jade, it's always been about health. We've seen you on numerous occasions where you're working a game behind the scenes and you're nursing some sort of a nagging type injury, but you're a runner, you're a hurdler, and that's not easy. And I can't even imagine the athleticism you need to be to hurdle. When was the last time you tried a hurdle?
Never.
Never. I have never tried a hurdle.
Me neither.
It is intimidating as all get out. Even at 6'4", I just couldn't quite get that leg up there. It would be a train wreck for me. But
these
for
young
someone
kids
that's
can do
gifted, this Jade, she can do it. Jade Roberts, how about a year ago, she had her career bests or PRs in the 600 at 156, and then in the 400 you went 109. But most recently, in the Cody McBride Invitational, Jade Roberts, a PR of 110.22 in the 400. That's picking them up and putting them down. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Take us through that action.
It was my first 400 hurdle race back since the injury, first one of the year.
Wow.
I think the biggest thing I was focusing on was just getting out hard, because they say when you run a 400 is your first 50 meters determines the rest of the race.
Okay.
So I think I was focusing on getting out hard, getting off those hurdles quick, and then just like holding on. What they say is praying for the last 150, 100 meters. So just trying to hold on, keep my form, and just finish as best I could.
So LJ, take us through that for a second. This is her first race back, right? Her first time back, and we reiterate health, because that is ultra critical. There had been a lot of excitement and enthusiasm on the sides watching this. Her first race back, let alone we're going to find out once we hit the tape that's a PR. What was that like as a teammate?
As a teammate, it was great seeing her. You know, like, you know, you got to push. You know, and we were there on the sidelines, like, oh yeah, Jay, oh, let's go, you're almost there, because a 400 hurdles, it's tough. Like,
oh my God!
And I give her all the praise for running through hurdles, because, you know, you don't jump, you run through the hurdles. You know, I got checked one time for that. But seeing her, even in practice, like, she's a hard worker. She's super talented, a great leader, you know, great person to talk to, and just being able to witness that was amazing, because it's just like inspiration for me to, you know, and everyone else, honestly, to go out and train hard to be great, like, you know, Jay Roberts here. So,
Ed, when you're running and you're past experiences running, whether it be school or college or wherever it may be, the backyard neighbor chasing your boys, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
At any point did you say, let's get to the track and then let's put things in the way to impede us, to obstruct our ability to run, and now we've got hurdles, you got to jump over those. So Jade, my last question about that and your selection on this sport and this field, or this discipline, as we like to say in some cases, how did you end up being a hurdler? Like, how did you grow to this?
Well, I didn't become a hurdler until my freshman year of college here.
Okay.
I was a flat sprint runner, just basic 1 through 4 and all relays. And my freshman year when I showed up, the coach at the time had said, if you want to score and if you want to win, then you can switch to hurdles and you can do that because, like you said, people don't like to hurdle in conference. And so I was like, okay, I mean, I'm short, but I'm willing to give it a try. And so I just kind of fell in love with it. I have a love-hate relationship with it. Like LJ said, it's a hard race.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun, and I've come to like it. And I like just being able to fight through the race and kind of see what I can do, the times that I can produce.
Tremendous.
That is absolutely tremendous. LJ, so you run the 100, 200, 400 sprints. How'd you come to, out of anything that you can do in track and field, how did you come to specialize in those, and what's the preparation like between preparing for a 100, a 200, and a 400? Obviously, it's mental and physical a test for you, especially as it gets to 200 and 400 because they're bigger distances.
So actually, I was a tri-sport athlete. I did football, basketball, and track. And when I was coming to my senior year, I figured out that I love track the most, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to stick with this when I run in college. So I continued with that, and then the preparation as far as the 100, you just got to get out. You got to have a good start. You got to have a good rest, good eats, because if you don't, you lost the race. So you got to prepare. I would say as soon as you step onto the track, as soon as you step onto campus, just mentally prepare yourself to go through anything because anything can happen any day. So the 200, preparing for that, you got to run. Some people think of it as a J, backwards J. So getting out strong the first, 50, 100 meters, and then just really finishing the race in the 400. It's a beast. It's a beast. Like Jay said, really getting out the first 50, 75 meters determines your whole race. So mentally, you have to tell yourself, push, you got this. You're not running against anybody else. You're running against yourself because that's your only competition. So I run against myself and just leave it all up to God because that's the one that's ultimately who I can give it to whenever I'm running.
And because it's sprints, you can't really pace yourself, can you? Because you've got to fly, don't you?
You do have to fly.
Right? Yeah.
I can tell you, kind of how I run my race. You get out strong first, like I said, 50, 75 meters. And then, when you get to, the back stretch, you kind of want to, stride, a real strong stride to where you're still in the race. And then get to the 200 mark, you kind of want to pick it up between, the last 200 meters or the last 150. And then, that's when the big bear, as we call it, gets on your back. And then you either let that big bear stay on your back and haunt you, or
you knock him off.
Race. Yep, you knock him off.
Lionel, do you do any peaking? When do you start to peak at the competition, or are you just determined to just run your race and you'll see these guys at the end?
My mindset is this. You have to prove to me that you're faster than me. So I just run against myself, at any meet. I know that a lot of people kind of fear, oh, yeah, I know this guy's coming from this school, and he runs a 47-second 400. I just go into it you got to show me that you run 47 seconds. But even then, if you get me this time, I'll get you next time.
Are you the Usain Bolt of the NAIA?
No, I'm the Christian Coleman.
All right, we'll take that.
Jade, walk us through a high jump. How do you prepare for that?
I do not high jump.
It said you did in your freshman year.
Oh,
Well, that was 3 years ago, or
yeah,
2 years ago.
that was one time.
Oh, one time.
One time, not as a joke, but to see if I could do it, and I couldn't. I know I did, so that's why I do not jump anymore.
That was tough, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. How hard was it?
It wasn't. The meet itself was interesting. It was windy. It was ran a little poorly. I was jumping with another one of our teammates, and so the experience itself was fun to just kind of go out and see what we could do. So that was fun. I didn't like no hiding. That was fun. But the experience itself of just going out and just doing it to do it was a cool experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's like you going out to maybe try the shot put like in 15 minutes or the javelin in like a windstorm.
Yeah, that or the discus. Yeah, good
That
luck
would
with yeah.
Probably not going to be.
No, it wouldn't.
what
I
we're
wouldn't
looking
fare
for.
well.
Back to you, Jade, because we were talking about the hurdles and having those obstacles right there and still turning in a PR. But when you get to the relay, the 4x100, now I'm assuming you're running last. Is that no?
No, I
Okay.
actually start. So I'm my first leg.
Okay,
Mhm.
so but that's got to be like honestly a breeze. There's because it's critical to have a great start. You mentioned that both of you. That's first. What did you say? 50 meters? Did you say?
50, 75. Yeah.
50, 75. So obviously a good start's huge. What's it like for you to begin things in that 4x100? Which again, you guys are just rewriting history.
I actually don't like starting. It's my least favorite section of the race. Like I had told my coach, like put me anywhere but first leg. I don't want to run first leg.
Okay.
And he put me there, and so but it's just
course.
part of being part of the team. You have to run the leg that you're given. I think, like you said, like the first leg determines the race. It's a lot of pressure, but not too much pressure. I think I can live up to it. I know that I don't have the strongest block start, but I know that I can get them around the curve, and that's my strong suit. And then next thing is just focusing to get the baton off as quick and as clean as possible.
How challenging is that? It seems like it's easy to hand off the baton, but it's not as easy as it looks. Is there any difficulty to that?
It is, yeah. I mean, it's like hand placement, height. If your hand is up too long, then it's bouncing. You're going to miss it. It's all about timing, and then even the distances in between each runner. It's complicated. It's not easy, and as you get up to the higher levels, you want to make it as clean as possible, and you want to make sure that the baton doesn't stop, that it keeps moving. And so it takes a lot of practice, a lot of just like watching and observing of reps.
Interesting.
Yeah. LJ, how often do you and the men and the ladies confer and communicate with each other and kind of strategize on some of these meets? Is there much communication between the ladies and the men?
We honestly talk every day. We talk all the time at practice. We're always there helping each other out. Whether we see something, we try to make sure that, hey, if you mess up on your block start, this is how you can prepare and get ready for the track meet. Or, hey, if you're not sleeping right, like, we hold each other accountable in a sense. So, like, we talk each and every day. Like I said, we just starting with building a firm foundation and a positive relationship with each other. So, yeah.
If you could do anything other than sprints in track and field, what would you do?
I think I would have went off with football playing safety.
Safety.
Yeah.
You'd use your speed and athleticism playing safety versus wide receiver.
Oh, yeah. I just like tackling, so.
That's legit.
Yes.
Have you checked with Coach Bowen? We need athletes out there.
We need some athletes.
2 sport athletes.
Might need you.
If you would, LJ, take us back to the University of South Dakota.
Oh, yeah.
You were given a leadership award there, but also named Most Improved Athlete. So there's a starting point at the University of South Dakota, and you exceeded expectations there. What was that recognition like for you, and how did that prepare you for ACU?
Honestly, the recognition was good. Like I said, at South Dakota, I wasn't the greatest athlete. I used to be there, sit out at certain meets and be like, oh, man, this sucks. Like, I don't want to be at home. Like, everybody else is out traveling. So it kind of motivated me to really, like, push and work harder to make sure that I'm at the track meets, because I feel like I should have been the person there, because I'm going to step up to the plate. I was always working hard, and that's just something that I bring to the table, is just having a hard-working mindset.
A competitive fire.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So just being really competitive at all times, and then, yeah.
Better weather here in the Valley or
Omaha.
back home in South Dakota, or even Omaha? Yeah,
Oh, my gosh, it was freezing in South Dakota. Man,
we knew that. We were setting you up. That's low-hanging fruit.
Yeah,
We
no.
were setting you up for that one.
Yeah, it's all right, though. Yeah, but 100% better weather here, just a nice sunny day, go out in shorts.
Let's ask Jade, who's got better weather, Riverside or Arizona in July?
I'm going to say Riverside. The heat is pretty similar, but it's just like another level of heat here, and the dryness too. It's crazy. So I would have to say Riverside.
Ed.
Jade, I wanted to ask you about your father, John. He's a two-time Deaf Olympian. He competed in Germany in '81 and LA in '85. Talk about him and the influence and what he means to you, and for him to be able to compete at a high level in those situations, and just what he means to you, and of course your mother as well.
My dad, my parents, both of them are my heroes. They're the whole reason that I'm here today. Competing at this school, raised in a Christian household, both of them are my heroes. My dad, just seeing all that he was able to accomplish while being deaf, I think, is just amazing, because deaf people don't really get a lot of handouts. They have the odds stacked against them, and so I've always thought of it super inspiring that he was able to accomplish so many things, and just encouraged me and my siblings with all the different sports that we did, and just has always been our number one fan. My mom as well. Just always encouraging us at every meet, every sporting event, and it's just nice to be able to look up into the stands and to be able to see your parents sitting there cheering for you.
LJ, what does your family mean to you?
Man, they mean everything to me. I'm not gonna lie. You know, my mom, she's a caring person. She's a mom. You know.
Lakeisha?
Oh yeah,
Lakeisha, yeah.
Lakeisha. Yep. You know, my dad, he actually also ran track, and we went to the same high school and same college. But yeah, he's a hardworking man. They are together, just like I said, positive role models in my life. You know, somebody that I can look up to.
What are you, one of five? One of six?
1 of 5.
1 of 5.
Yeah, I'm the second oldest.
So we've got some interesting names, right? What's your the heritage and lineage of your family, the nationality?
We're black, African American.
Okay, I see right here we got Kobe,
my little brother.
Jada. Imagine that. Jade to your left. Is that Urian?
Ariane.
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 See, Ed, I'm gonna tank it too. It just happens. It's Ariane.
Ariane. Yeah.
Ariane,
But
okay.
it literally is spelled Y-R-I-O-N.
Yeah.
And we
Y apostrophe,
we say
yeah.
Ariane. Okay, and then how about
Nasia?
yeah, what's that?
Nasia?
Messiah.
Nasaya, okay.
Ed did that one. I did. But they're all the McFalls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Lionel is Lionel the second, so that's pretty cool. Family is everything. That really is. It's awesome to have that support. I'm curious, Jade, did you know how to sign? You probably learned that a long time ago, right? Can you fully sign to and speak to anybody that might be impaired?
I wouldn't say that I'm fluent.
Okay. I just know this K. And okay,
Yeah.
and then this is sorry. And those are the only two I know.
Yeah. So my siblings and I did grow up signing ASL. It's something that we've always known. I wouldn't say that I'm fluent just because my dad is back in California, so I don't sign every day like I used to.
Sure,
so
of
I've lost a
course.
little bit of it, but
Yeah.
I can definitely keep a conversation, talk to deaf people or hard of hearing people. Yeah.
So when you communicate with him, do you do it since he's in California? Do you do it via video? How do you when you talk to him and you talk to your family? Do you do it like on Zoom, on FaceTime? How do you?
We do it on FaceTime. Yeah. He'll just call me whenever. Like he called me on Saturday right after my race, and we just talk quick, and then that's how we do it.
That's pretty cool.
Both of you, we got one meet. We got 3 left here, but 2 on the schedule before we get to the GSAC championships. Arnie Robinson invite in San Diego, California. What do you both expect for that? And we'll start for the men's side of things for you, Lionel.
For the men's side, I'm expecting us to all go out and compete because we're 36 days from conference. So everybody's just got to, like I said, be like Jesus, be on time and always bringing it. So encouraging each other to make sure that we're all competing and working at our best, because that's what ACU is about, just working at our best and staying on top and just continue to build each other up.
Jade?
Um,
You're next, Jade. After Lionel, get Jade.
I think for me personally in San Diego, I'm hoping to have the school record in the 400 hurdles by then.
All right.
Nice.
Hoping to smash that. I think as far as the women's program, I think just continuing to PR. We've had a lot of just great performances, even if they're not PRs, just times and marks that girls are just happy with. And I think that's the biggest thing is coming out of the season. Maybe you didn't smash all these records or have these PRs, but you're happy and content with what we were able to do.
You're getting educated and you're making contributions on the team, right? So
Yeah.
some way or another, you're competing and making a major contribution, whether it's on or off the track. So,
And Jade, you've got 11 more days until you guys go out to San Diego. You don't do this invite until the 29th. What will you guys do to prepare over the next 2 weeks or so? 2 weeks or less? Just more status, just like status quo, which you've already been doing all season.
Pretty much, yeah, just the same thing. A lot of reps, a lot of cardio. We'll have relay practices, and everyone will just sort of just do what they've been doing, work on their jumps, practice form, stuff like that. Same thing we've been doing, just very disciplined. And then also rest days, of course, taking days off, working on our bodies, going to the trainer, watching what we're eating, sleeping, all of that. And like LJ said, keeping the whole team accountable for what we should be doing for recovery and preparation.
let's talk about the big thing here, and that's the eating aspect of it, right? Ed and I like to eat. There's no denying that. There's more like Italian or Mexican food or whatever it may be. But for you folks, you got to be beyond discipline.
Oh, yeah.
Like beyond discipline. Like you see the Snickers at the 7-Eleven, you're like, no, I cannot do that. You see someone eating cheese with a pretzel, right? You're like, no, I cannot do that. How difficult is that for you both? And then what is the biggest challenge of the one food or soda or something, that one little treat that you just, it's so difficult to stay away from?
And can you have a cheat day?
Can you? Yeah. Sorry, coach.
Should you is a
Should
whole
you?
other
Yeah.
thing.
I would say it takes practice because
Talk about discipline.
yeah,
My goodness.
discipline. Yeah,
Yes.
it takes a lot of practice. When you practice, like staying away from certain foods, because my certain food is ice cream.
Okay.
I love ice cream.
Yeah.
So
Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
or-
yeah, like Oreo cookies
Yeah.
and cream. That's my
Yeah.
Pain shaking his head. He knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
cookies and cream is my go-to. So
That's the trouble one right
that's
there.
the trauma.
Jade, what about you? What's like difficult to
My
stay away
weakness
from?
is energy drinks.
Oh,
Energy
really?
Yeah.
Okay. So are they a major caloric intake there, calorie wise?
I think the biggest thing is the sugar.
Okay.
Just tons and tons of sugar that you don't need in your body.
I see. So you can just have a Mountain Dew or not? No, you cannot. Cannot have it. I don't even know why this is on the set. Somebody set this here. We should not have this on the set. Mountain Dew.
Well, I do have water in mine.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Payne's giving us the look that it's
time to wrap it up.
It's time. So
We've had it
thank
for
you,
about a half an
Jade.
hoof
Jade, it's been a pleasure to have you. And I want to mention, I want to thank these folks because they are always behind the scenes at events. They're always part of the group that puts the pictures together and the cinematography and all the things that happen behind the cameras. These folks are a very big part of what you see on the GSAC Sports Broadcast Network. So working basketball with you folks, I want to thank you very much for your hard work and in being on time and all that good stuff, delivering. So appreciate you both in that regard.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
For Ed Cole and Jade Roberts and Lionel L.J. McFall II, I'm Kevin Derryberry. Special thank you to Tim Gosen, and of course, our executive producer here tonight is Payne Moses. A shout out to Payne Moses.
All right, Payne.
Until next time, so long for now. Good night.